Hey, hey, hey. Hello, everybody. It is me again, Alviana Brewster, CEO and founder of Black Nurse Entrepreneurs, the premier organization for Black nurses like you who are interested in launching, building, and growing his or her entrepreneurial endeavors worldwide. And I am coming to you this month talking specifically just really about the power of dreamlining. Now, it has been my experience that a lot of entrepreneurs don't really know much about dreamlining. However, it's such a powerful and effective method to help you to get things done, not only in business, but also in your personal life. And so, my goal for this month is really to hone in on the importance of dreamlining and how it will literally skyrocket in a very small or short amount of time. It'll really help you to skyrocket your goals, change your mindset, and just really help you to get to the next level with whatever you are looking forward to. Okay. So let me just say this really quickly. Another thing that I've noticed and something that my coaches and mentors have always said is that we just simply don't dream big enough. Oftentimes we are really we we struggle because our brain, for whatever reason, we just don't feel like we could do big things. And so, in our mind and in our brain, we may want something, but we automatically shoot it down out of the sky because we feel like it's not achievable. What the Dreamline does is it helps you to break things down in small chunks and let you really see that a lot of things are achievable in life, especially if you just make some little small tweaks, whether it's financial or goal setting, those types of tweaks, that you can achieve a lot of the things that you're wanting to achieve. It's just that we mentally put these roadblocks around what we want. And then we say, well, I want to Aston Martin and I want a 5,000 square foot home, or even let's go big, a 35,000 square foot home, but it's not achievable. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough resources and things like that. And so I just want to help you to let's break some of those shackles off of our mindset today. And let me just introduce this concept to you. I'm super excited about it. So actually the Dreamline is something that I was introduced to roughly about, I think it's been about 3 years ago, actually. I was in an accountability program and we were doing our Dreamline. And I believe I did one for 3 months and 6 months. And you can break it down quarterly, yearly, twice a year, however way you want to do it, whatever way you feel like is best to help you to reach your goals. And so I think I broke mine down for 3 and 6 months at the time. And then since then, usually I'll do a 6 month and a year one. But one of the reasons why it was so powerful for me, and one of the reasons why I broke it down in 3 to 6 months, is because I had a lot going on at that time. I had a lot of pressure in the business. I had a lot that I wanted to achieve. And I felt like I needed to really break this down in small chunks and get it done quickly. That was the biggest thing, was quick, actionable steps. So that's what I did. I did 3 and 6 months. And honestly, what it forced me to do, dreamlining is actually something that you have to kind of sit with. You need to sit with it like a couple of days and maybe even a couple of weeks to really, really, really absorb the power of it. It's not really something that I advise you to do really quickly, right? Don't try to sit down and do it in an hour. It's not really going to be beneficial for you because you really need to sit with your dreams and really stretch your mindset, really sit and think about. And you have to think about your dreams in the concept of, if money is not an issue, if time's not an issue, if you remove barriers that we typically put on our dreams, the moment you remove those barriers, what is it that you actually could achieve if you don't have those barriers, right? And so that's why I say you have to sit with it longer than just a couple of days or two. Or let me just say a couple of hours. You might could get it done in a day or two for sure. So when I really sat down and I thought about it, like, what would I really like to have if I didn't have to worry about those barriers, the money, especially money? Oftentimes we put a money barrier on us. We can't afford something because we just don't feel like it is attainable, right? And so when I sat down and I really wrote those things out, I thought about my life. I thought about what I wanted in the business. I thought about health and wellness goals, relationship goals, traveling. I thought about monetary things within the business, staff in the business. I just really brain dumped everything out of my mind. And I think it's important to brain dump for this activity. And then with the dreamlining experience, as I wrote down these things, in dreamlining, true dreamlining will have a be, do, have type of sectioning, if that makes sense. And so, like, what do you want to be? What do you want to have? And what do you want to do? It'll have those types. And so you have to think about it from that standpoint. And as I began to break it down and write things out, I realized that a lot of my dreams were much more affordable than what I initially thought. And that's the power of dreamlining, is it helps you to break through those barriers, and it helps you to put things on paper so that you can see that, oh, a lot of the things that I want in my life, both personal and professionally, are attainable if I really just break things down. And one thing about it is, if you break it down, and then you break it down from how much is this going to take per month and how much is it going to take per day, then it'll help you in your business to even formulate your packages. Like, if I know that in order to achieve my dreams, it's going to take me roughly $500 per day. Well, what do I do in order to get those $500 per day? What do I need to do? How do I need to go hard? What packages do I need to have? What things do I need to sell? What does that look like per day in order to get to those dreams? And the funny part about it is, I did it and I saw the number, and the number wasn't as much as I thought it was. But the interesting thing is, the dreamline forces you to start taking action immediately. What can you do today in order to reach that goal tomorrow and then the next day? And the unique thing about it as well is, when I started taking action, immediate action, things started falling into place. Those things on my dreamline, like with literally within a few weeks, boom, 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 I was able to like cross things off of my dreamline very quickly. And I was like, wait a minute, these are things I've been thinking about all this time and I had in my mind that I didn't think I could achieve. And then all of a sudden, I started achieving them. And again, that's the power of a dreamline. So let me introduce to you what exactly is a dreamline. It literally is a tool for visualizing and designing your life. What is it that you want? And oftentimes we think and we dream, but again, we shut ourselves off. And sometimes it's important to get it down on paper. First of all, we got to brain dump all this stuff, this clutter out of our mind, get it down on paper, really write it out, and then begin to sort through it. And when we begin to sort through things, things start materializing. We start seeing patterns. We start seeing things happening, right? And so with the Dreamline, it really helps you to truly brain dump and set those goals, and then also put a timeline on it. The timeline piece is very important, because we'll dream, but when we don't put a date on it, then we're like, I'll just keep dreaming. You dream each month, each year, and year after year, the same dream is on your dreamline. And it's like, when are we going to move forward to the next step of the dreamline or your dreams, right? So the dreamline forces you to put a timeline on it. Okay. And yes, I get it. Sometimes we don't make the timeline that we want, but that's one of the reasons why it's important to revisit the dreamline in an orderly fashion, such as 3 months, 6 months, or whatever, in order to see, have you met those dreams that you're wanting, right? Another thing about dreamlining is, specifically within business, since this is an entrepreneurial community, I want to focus on business, because a lot of people don't realize the power of dreamlining in your business. And bottom line is this: it's going to help you to achieve those goals in your business. Again, oftentimes we dream about things, but we forget the process in which to achieve those dreams. We just are dreaming. And so within business, it helps you to put those dreams on paper and really, really tackle them. And I suggest actually involving your team in the process, so that they truly understand what the company is wanting and needing, and how we're going to set forth those goals to get to it. And this is something that you can incorporate in your quarterly meetings, maybe even your monthly meetings, your yearly planning, and things like that. Go back to your dreamline and look and see what you said that you wanted to achieve, and measure up against your planning. Like, have we done it? And if we haven't, what do we need to do in order to achieve those dreams that we put on our dreamline? One of the things that I love about dreamlining is it really helps you to break these things down into manageable tasks. And it really helps you to focus on what are the most important things that you need to do right now, right? Now, we can dream and we can dream big, but sometimes it's important to just focus on a few things very early on to get those things done, and then move to the next step. And so oftentimes too, we see things and then we're just intimidated by it because it just seems to be just so big and outlandish. Like, we have these goals, we feel like we might could get to them, but the task to get to it is just so enormous that we're like, nah, I ain't got time for that. So Dreamline helps you to break it down in more manageable steps and chunks, right? And again, I just want to remind you the importance of the timeline frame of it. It forces you to think about what can you do right now. What can you do right now? And sometimes that may mean creating a different package so that you bring in different level of revenue so that you can have that money in order to achieve those dreams. Things like that. I just really wanted to introduce this concept to you. And then throughout this month, we're going to be talking about it. So make sure that you look at our posts and make sure that you look at our Saturday Live videos so that you can get more information about it. But I really wanted you to understand the power of this and how incorporating it within your business can really take your business to a higher level very quick. Quick is so important to me. Not just taking it to a higher level in a year or two. What can we do right now today to 10x or speed up that process? And that's why I wanted to introduce this concept to you today. I dare not leave without inviting you to become a part of our membership. B&E Elite membership is a part of B&E, but it's where you can experience B&E on a higher level. We also just launched a new membership called the Essentials membership. And actually, within the Essentials membership, we are deep diving into dreamlining right now. So Essentials membership is more for people who are just now starting out in business, don't have a clue about it. What do I need to do? How do I get started? Whereas being elite is more for those of you who've been in business for years, or maybe you've been in business a year or two or whatever, and you're starting to learn how to expand and scale things like that. That's where B&E Elite comes in. So I invite you to go to our website. I also invite you to reach out to me. You can contact me anytime if you have questions about what we're doing behind the scenes that helps businesses to launch, build, and grow. I'll be more than happy to give you those resources and let you know what we're doing here in B&E community. Thank you for watching. Do me a favor, drop down in the comments your thoughts about this topic. This is a great topic, and I don't want you guys to sleep on it. I have a feeling somebody's going to be sleeping on this. And I have a feeling that you're going to wish that you would have paid attention and listened to this right now. Okay. So make sure you drop in the comments and let me know your thoughts about it. And let me know, what are some of your biggest dreams? What are some of the things that you wish that you could achieve and accomplish very quickly? Don't worry about money. Don't worry about any other barriers. Think about, what can I achieve right now? Okay.